Day 14 of the Canada Winter Games on TSN starts here. Gold medal matchup between Team Alberta and Team Quebec in the women's hockey finals. We welcome you inside the TSN studios. I am Kayla Gray. Well, back in 1991, when women's hockey was introduced to the Canada Games, a 12-year-old Hayley Wickenheiser had scored the game-winning goal. She'd later be named MVP, and now her team Alberta here for a third gold as they take on Quebec. But plenty of other action also going down on Day 14. Alpine skiing, cross-country, as well as curling. Let's show you how we got this table set. Women's hockey semifinals from Friday. Alberta taking on British Columbia. Casey Bettenall goes upstairs while falling. Fantastic goal there. That gives Alberta a 1-0 lead after BC tied things up. This thing needing overtime. So Sarah Wozniewicz parked in front of the goal. She pots home the game winner. Thrilling finish as Alberta moves on to the gold medal game. 2-1 your final. Here's Wozniewicz on the victory.
It just feels amazing. Like, my heart's still beating and like everyone's so excited and like I can't stop smiling. It's so amazing.
I play with her all year and she's just such a clutch player for our team, and it just felt absolutely amazing. Yeah.
She's a clutch player, but you did a pretty good job today. What do you think about your game?
I felt confident all the way through, and I just felt like, you know, there's no way you're getting it by me.
Well, here's how Quebec reached the finals in the other semifinal game against Ontario. Early first, loose puck slides into the Quebec zone. Goalie Eve Gascon comes out to play it. Julia Gosling would poke it away, but it goes just wide. Shortly after, Brianna Ware with a chance in front. And she buries it, putting Quebec up 1-0. Well, a little bit of a scary moment here as Quebec's Anne Frederic Nod with a cross-check on Ainsley Svitek. She goes hard into the boards, and Svitek would have to be stretchered off. Nod, meanwhile, was given a cross-checking major and a game misconduct. Later on, Quebec still up 1-0. Ontario with some pressure here. Puck deflects high, and it's gloved away by Gascon, who stops the rebound as well. 39 saves in the shutout performance as Quebec moves on to the gold medal game with a 1-0 final. And coming up next, we've got that gold medal matchup for you. Alberta taking on Quebec right on TSN 5 to get us all set up for today's action. Let's head down to Dustin Nielsen and Blair Turnbull.
It's Gold Medal Saturday here in Red Deer as we get set to dish out the women's hockey gold medal on the final day of the 2019 Canada Games. And as we get set to see Quebec take on Alberta, here's a look at how they got here. Quebec getting by on Ontario 1-0 in the semifinal, and Alberta on the other side with somewhat of an overtime upset against British Columbia. Now leading the way so far here for Alberta in these games is just 15-year-old Sarah Wozniewicz, who's been absolutely incredible so far, hasn't she, Blair?
She's been lights out. She's been a standout player throughout this whole tournament. She's been using her speed. She's an offensive threat every time she's on the ice. But the thing that sets her apart is her attention to details and the way she does the little things right. And that's what's going to make her a great player in years to come.
She has been absolutely deadly so far in these games for the host Alberta. She has 4 goals so far in this tournament. The rest of her team has 6 combined, so they'll be expecting a lot of offense from Wozniewicz here today. Now on the other side for Quebec, they've been rolling so far in this event. They are 5-0. They're doing it with offense, and they're doing it between the pipes as well.
Quebec solid from their goaltending all the way up to their forwards. Their goaltending has been unbelievable for them so far this tournament. Their forwards are unbelievable goal scorers, and their defensemen are highly skilled. They're able to make really great passes, great defensive plays. Should be a really good game today. Should
be an excellent game, and Quebec so far here is winning games on average by 3 goals per game. So a big test for the host here, Alberta. They'll definitely have a crowd behind them here. Earlier today was British Columbia picking up a bronze. We'll find out who gets the gold next in Red Deer.
The Red Deer 2019 Canada Winter Games are presented by Nova Chemicals. Nova invests heavily in communities where we live and work. Sustainability is a team effort. Thank you for letting us be a part of the team. By Shaw, the official telecommunications provider of the Canada Games. By Winmar Restoration, offering complete residential and commercial property restoration services with 24-hour emergency service and a response time that can't be beat. By Nosac Food Group, serving Central Alberta for over 36 years. And by ATV. ATV is proud of you, Alberta, and proud to support the 2019 Canada Winter Games.
coverage of the Tim Hortons Brier keeps on rolling tonight live from Brandon, Manitoba as round-robin action continues with Draw 4. Don't forget you can catch it 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on TSN 1 and 3. Let's head back to the downtown arena. Alberta taking on Quebec, Blair Turnbull and Dustin Nielsen.
Women's hockey gold medal up for grabs here as Alberta, the host, gets set to take on Quebec. Thank you very much for joining us for all of our Canada Games coverage here so far. Final day in a big way to wrap things up here between Quebec and Alberta. Two teams that have kind of come in different directions. Alberta only won one game in the round robin, and then they won in the quarters, they won in the semis. A lot of it to do with Bella McKee, who had a shutout in the quarterfinals. She comes in with a .293 goals against average and an .890 save percentage, and arguably the story of the tournament at the other end, Eve Gascon in net. The 15-year-old for Quebec has been sensational so far. Goals against average of .71 and a .975 save percentage. Alberta has faced a lot of adversity, and Blair, how much can that help them here in this game?
As the team going through adversity helps you grow. You're set up to face any challenge, and Team Quebec's going to come out hard with a lot of fight, a lot of grit, a lot of intensity, and I think Team Alberta not winning very many games in the round robin. They're prepared for that, and they're ready to take it on.
Dustin Nielsen and Team Canada's Blair Turnbull with you here. We are underway. Alberta, as we mentioned, the host, they're in the dark blues. Quebec in the white. Here's an early turnover, maybe an opportunity. That'll be broken up and brought back the other way. Moved ahead there by Boyer, but it's broken up. Mortlock will go off the boards and out. And hustling over there to pick it up, Calderon for Quebec. And knocks it back in. Mortlock will control. Throws it across on the near side here for Markowski. Flips it high through the neutral zone. Bounces down there. Calderon will watch it slide in to her netminder, Gascon, who, as we mentioned, just 15 years old. It's an incredible future between the pipes for Hockey Canada, isn't it?
Yeah, she's been unbelievable so far this tournament, and she's had a great season. She plays midget AAA boys, which is pretty much unheard of for a 15-year-old girl to make a midget AAA boys team. It just goes to show what a special talent she is between the pipes.
Another excellent goaltender for Alberta to face. They already had to face two goaltenders from the U18 national team that ended up winning a gold medal and actually found a way to beat both of them. So another big task here today against Eve Gascon. Now it'll be controlled in the corner here by Chalafou. Moves it around near side, gets a return feed in behind her own net, has some room to skate. Moves it up left wing side for Fleur. Fleur by herself will get to the blue line, and now it's knocked in. Spence picks it up there for Alberta. A long pass misses the intended target of Haley Craig, and that one will head down the ice for our first icing of the game. And Alberta's going to have to hold their blue line if they're going to have success here, aren't they?
Yeah, they're going to have to play a really physical game against the skilled forwards on Team Quebec. So Alberta's defensemen, they're going to have to stay strong, especially on their blue line, and try to slow the forwards of Team Quebec down.
Now control along the boards there by Lahou. Drops it off. It's off the end boards, near side. Fighting for it there. Peyton Lombach for Alberta. Can she get it out? A couple of cracks at it, and eventually it'll be knocked out. Picked up here and brought in by Bree Kennedy. Broken up, controlled, and taken back in behind the goal here by Marianne Picard. Picard's gonna wheel, turns it over just inside the blue line. Stood up there as well by Jaden Bogdan. Now the top line out here for Alberta. This is Serdachny. She runs into a teammate, loses the puck. Shot knocked into the corner. Nice job defensively there from Brooklyn Twos. Now controlled down low. Labad back to the point. Shot coming, no traffic there. Steered away easily by Bella McKee. Wozniewicz on the far boards. Gets some help, will knock it in behind. LaPlante pressured there. And we've got a whistle as the net was moved a little bit. Look at Quebec's head coach, Noémie Méran.
An interesting fact about the coaches of the top 4 teams in the Canada Games is that they're all Hockey Canada alumni. And one thing Hockey Canada really emphasizes is the importance of leaving a positive footprint, giving back to the game that gave us so much. So all 4 teams, like I said, have been coached by Hockey Canada alumni, including Carla McLeod, Cassie Scholes, Noémie Méran, Sarah Vaillancourt, Kim St. Pierre, Therese Hutchinson, Sherry Piper, as well as Delaney Collins for Team BC.
A lot of very familiar names there, with women's hockey in Canada. Now the puck will come out to the neutral zone. Knocked back in, right side. Chasing onto it here is Lavoie. She'll take it down low. She's been excellent so far in this tournament. 9 points, 5 goals, 4 assists in 5 games played. Now battle along the half boards in Alberta territory. 1 shot on goal here so far in the game. And eventually the puck will pop loose towards the slot area. Good job here by Alberta to make sure it stays on the perimeter. Markowski moves into the corner. Lost the battle there. Moving in from the points. Nice shot from Calderon. Steered away from McKee. Quebec with a lot of pressure, pounding this puck in the offensive zone. And now we will get a whistle. Blair, the pressure here from Quebec so far has been pretty impressive.
It's been really good. A lot of sustained pressure by Team Quebec in the offensive zone. They're really hard on Alberta's defensemen, really hard along the walls. They're really strong trying to get pucks to the net, trying to create battles. I think that's one of their strengths.
Face-off was brought outside the blue line, but it'll be hammered right back in. McKee comes out, leaves it in behind the goal there for Spence, reverses it. Ingles is able to move it ahead. And now towards the blue line, and eventually poked out to the neutral zone. Lajoie trying to come up with it there, watched by Prue. A couple of Quebec defenders fall all alone in front. There's the first big test of the game for Gascon, and she is up to it. There's a lot of time right in front there for Lindsay Janes, and she was not able to capitalize. Now, he moved ahead by Janes again. Long pass, looking for Lombard. That was broken up, picked back up the other way. Labad drops it back. The door moves it ahead to the neutral zone, and now it'll be brought in, and it is onside. Labad taken off of the puck there, but knocked in behind the goal, controlled by Lavoie. Lavoie back up top to Fedor at the point. Traffic in front, shot through. McKee makes the first save, the second one, as well as Jean Drew managed to get a backhand on it, but excellent opportunity for Alberta.
Really good job by Team Quebec of clogging up the middle and getting some traffic in front. Takes away the goalie's eyes, but McKee's there to shut the door. And down at the other end, 2 of the Quebec defenders run into each other and lose track of the puck, but Gascon was there to make a big save.
Now a shot bounces off a couple of skates, and McKee with the pressure that we're looking at from Quebec so far. Good idea there to hang on as we'll take a look at the Team Alberta bench.
Speaking with Coach Carla McLeod before the game about her team and the emotions that the girls are feeling, she said they're all up to it. They're a little bit nervous, but they're excited, they're energetic, excited to play in front of a big crowd at home.
Shots here in this game, 4-1 early in favor of Quebec. The best scoring chance, the one that we just saw from Team Alberta. Quebec comes into this game scoring 4.40 goals per game, just allowing 1.4 against. On the other side, with Alberta, 2.2 goals per game, 2.4 goals against per game. Actually have a negative goal differential of -1, which is very weird for a team that would end up getting the job done and finding their way into a battle for gold. As puck has been dropped back underway. Bettenall turned it over. Prue managed to step up there and break it up. Now LaPlante for Alberta inside her own blue line. Has it knocked away. Twos will reverse it in the corner. Joma waiting for it on the near boards. Looks to reset here a little bit, moves it ahead. That's poked loose, an opportunity for Weiss. Weiss walking in, has Bettenall with her, throws it across. Bettenall denied again, Gascon! Big, just inside her crease. 2 huge saves here for the 15-year-old from Quebec.
It's a nice heads-up play by Weiss to move that puck over to a wide-open Bettenall. But like I think we're gonna see all night, the goaltender for Quebec shutting the door.
Have Gascon only tested a couple of times, but both of them glorious opportunities for the hosts here. Now another shot through, rebound laying there. Serdachny lunging at it, but could not get a stick on it. Scooped up here by Gay, who moves it ahead. Onto the stick of Picard. Picard trying to cut wide. Markowski follows her into the corner, took a stumble. And now on the far side, moving in from the point to keep it alive. Boyer eventually taken away by Mortlock, moves it ahead. Wozniewicz will get a second crack at it, brings it in. Wozniewicz with the wrist shot, and that one, like it changed speeds almost, and Gascon was able to hang on as Wozniewicz trying to pick up her 5th goal of the tournament.
she's been a key player for Team Alberta. Obviously, already has four goals so far this tournament. A lot of that is because of her speed through the neutral zone, and that was a great example of it there. Great speed heading up ice, gets a nice shot on net, almost trickles in.
She too just 15 years old, so between Wozniewicz and this Quebec and netminder Gascon, a battle of 15-year-olds possibly shaping up here at the Canada Games. Now it'll be brought in. Lavoie drops it back. A nice look. A good back check, though, to break that up. Now Lajoie trying to come up with the puck for Alberta. And she will play it out calmly up to the Quebec blue line. Now almost turned over. Lajoie taken down, but bounces right back up. Good battle here from Alberta. Now Craig with a backhander towards the goal, and Gascon will hang on as Alberta has had a couple of opportunities, but Eve Gascon up to the task so far for Quebec. Welcome back to the downtown arena in Red Deer. It's a packed house. There's a look at Zoe Thibault, and a lot of people in attendance, including her father, Jocelyn Thibault, who of course started his NHL career with Quebec, went to Colorado with the move, and then wrapped up in Montreal, Chicago, Pittsburgh, and Buffalo. Big part of the Patrick Waugh deal. Now along the boards, this is LaPlante. Can't get it deep. Quebec will pick it up and knock it back out into the neutral zone. A high lob there. Pierron couldn't control. It comes all the way back around here. Tews is on it for Alberta. Preston behind the goal. Moves it over on the right wing boards. Pressure coming from behind. And Alberta will be able to clear the zone. Shots for 3. Almost 7 minutes in here in favor of Quebec. Tews back on it again. A couple of great scoring chances in the early going, though, for this Alberta team. Craig can't get it up along the boards. Pressure there. Clear on to the slot area. Now comes back to the point. Brew with a shot. And McKee saw that one all the way in. Calmly steers it into the corner. Blair, I like her rebound control so far here in this game.
She's done a really good job of deflecting shots into the corner, not out in front of her crease, which is going to be really helpful down the road for the remainder of this game.
Ford knocking it over on the far side. Now ahead off the stick of Calderon, and they'll get to the blue line and flip it down into the corner. Tews on it first there for Alberta. She'll be pressured in behind the net. 3 Quebec forwards down in beneath the goal line, and they are eventually able to come up with the puck. Picard watch there along the boards. Now she'll get some help, and they'll try to tie this puck up. Bettenall in there digging for Alberta, and eventually it's popped loose. Mortlock will pick it up. Mortlock takes a look off the boards and out. That takes a friendly Alberta bounce, and they'll get it in over the blue line. Joma's shot blocked there by Chalafoud. Now to the blue line, and not out, kept in by Mortlock. Mortlock's going to get another crack at this puck. Pressured here a little bit, and eventually it will be played back out to the neutral zone. Alberta will try to sneak in a change. Now brought ahead. Flipped down into the near corner. Hustling back there on it. Markowski for Alberta. Pressured, double teamed, and lost the puck now. This will be controlled. Gaudreau keeps it in at the blue line. Some nice work there. Boyer now drops it off. Maybe a shot coming here from the side of the goal. Backhanded out right through the crease. It'll come back to the point. Gay with a shot. That is blocked. Bounces to the blue line and out to the neutral zone. Alberta under fire here from this unbeaten Quebec squad so far in the early stages of this gold medal game. McKee will leave it in behind the net for Spence. Spence, right wing side. Wozniewicz moves it ahead. Lajoie comes out there as well. Serdachny can't get his stick on it, and it'll be picked up and brought back up the ice, right wing side. In to the corner. And now in behind the goal. Serdachny trying to knock it back down low. Spence will pick it up for Alberta and move it around on the near side. Tews gets it ahead to Lajoie. Lajoie bounces off of Serdachny. Wozniewicz couldn't control, gets another crack at it, moves it up. Serdachny and Spence couldn't control. Nice job there by Calderon to hold the center ice position. Now an opportunity. 3-on-0. McKee, the first save, a second one as well. That might have been a 4-on-0, and McKee managed to make a save as almost everybody on Quebec snuck in behind the Alberta defense. Huge save, biggest of the game for Bella McKee so far. Now another shot through. Alberta diving to get in front of these pucks. Side of the goal, flipped over top of the net. Glorious opportunity there, and finally the net knocked off as Quebec firing everything at Bella McKee.
Alberta struggled with getting the puck out and getting a clean pass through the neutral zone. It's a great step up by Calderon in the neutral zone to turn that puck over and create a chance the other way. A couple great scoring opportunities for Team Quebec, all created by an aggressive neutral zone play.
Can't ask for much more here from Quebec except for a goal, and so far McKee, who was excellent in her quarterfinal start, has picked up right where she left off as she makes the save here and smothers the rebound. And she was so good in that quarterfinal, and then they went back to Gosling in the semifinal, so she hasn't played since a shutout in the quarterfinal. That probably would have liked to play the semifinal as well, but looks like she's picked up right where she was in that quarterfinal match.
Yeah, I'm sure as a goalie you want to play in all the big games, but getting some extra rest is never hurtful. And she's been on her game so far, so I think the rest has actually been helpful for her, and she looks like she's controlling the shots well.
Looks like she might be busy here today. Now it'll be brought in by Craig. Craig with a shot blocked, and that'll slide into the corner where Craig takes a heavy check from behind. And a power play coming up here, the first of the game for Alberta, as Maya Labai will head off to the penalty box. Here's another look at it.
We talked about before the game how aggressive both teams were going to be. When you play teams with a lot of skill, the only way to counter that skill is to be really aggressive, take time and space away. Sometimes you're going to get penalized, especially penalties like body checking, interference, those types of penalties.
2 minutes for body checking. Quebec is playing this game without their second leading scorer, Anne-Frédérique Naud, who was ejected last game and handed a suspension for a check from behind that seriously hurt a member of Ontario. Now a shot through a crowd, jamming away, and they score on the doorstep, putting it home. Cassie Bednall, and the host, Alberta, has drawn first blood in this gold medal game.
Alberta's power play has gotten better and better as the tournament's gone on. This unit, all 5 players from Pursuit of Excellence program out in Kelowna, BC. They've got chemistry. They've established a net front presence. Coach Carla McLeod has preached the importance of that. I know they've been working on it a lot in their practices, and they've got rewarded.
Bednall has been good so far here in this tournament. 2 goals. That is her 3rd of the event. 2nd on Alberta, now in goals with 3 as the power play strikes for a 4th time at the Canada Games. And Alberta, after being under fire, gets a goal on the man advantage, and now an opportunity to answer back. Walking in, partial breakaway, and turning that aside is McKee, as Marianne Picard was in all alone. Pressured from behind, but still made a pretty nice play. McKee's been brilliant so far here. Now Picard works her way through the neutral zone, finds a teammate in over the blue line, gets this puck back, sends it towards the net. McKee steers it in behind the goal, bounce right back out front. Bogdan trying to get out of the zone, but Picard takes it away. Picard swoops wide, and that is eventually blocked there by Tews, who moves it into the far corner for Serdachny. Serdachny off the boards, not out. Serdachny will slide in again. A nice play to break that up. And Bogdan will get it out to the neutral zone. Now Bogdan looking for more. Walking in, shot from a bad angle. That's kicked away by Gascon, and it'll be brought all the way back immediately by Quebec. Playing it down into the corner. Dindro. Dindro now with it again. Played it back along the boards to Lavoie. Dindro trying to work her way out of the corner. They'll play it up to Lavoie. Back to the point now. Shot coming. That one's wide. Glove side. Around to the far boards. And a nice job pinching down there to keep it alive by Quebec. And some pressure here now. Lavoie is going to slide in underneath a check of LaPlante. Trying to work her way back out. LaPlante knocks her down. Lavoie from her knees maintains possession. And then tied up along the boards by LaPlante. Now to the blue line, not out, kept in again. Quebec looking to answer here after falling behind 1-0. They'll play it in behind the goal, thrown back out front. And an attempt there for Brianna Ware, but that was broken up. Alberta, though, cannot clear the zone. A couple of cracks at it, but they can't get it out. Quiron now, down low in the corner, back up towards the point. And Quebec's done a good job activating their defense to keep these pucks in a number of times.
I'm really impressed with how Quebec responds to getting that goal scored against them. It seems like they've stepped it up a notch, and they're really trying everything they can here to even the game at one.
Alberta line is exhausted, and they catch a fortunate break there as that puck bounces out. They head off on a change. Got to hurry. Mortlock, Markowski will get back in here for Alberta. Cutting wide, a nice drive to the goal. Looking to go short side there, Lucier. And miss on the blocker. Markowski almost lost the handle, but she'll skate it away. She'll get to center and backhand it in. Alberta leading 1-0. 6 minutes remaining here in the first period. Quebec. Picard, she's been all over the place in this game. Moves it ahead to Lucier. Lucier drops it back to Picard. Picard will swoop in behind the goal. Assessing things here. Will she shoot? She does. McKee, look at all the traffic in front of McKee, including all 5 members of Team Alberta.
Sometimes when you're in your own D zone and the other team has really sustained pressure, the best thing to do is just resort to the front of your net.
Alberta has a 1-0 lead. A goal by Cassie Bettenall has them in front. Welcome back to Red Deer, everyone. Dustin Nielsen and Blair Turnbull with you. Alberta has a 1-0 lead, and their forwards have been creating some turnovers, haven't they?
One thing I like about Alberta is their speed that their forwards play with, but also how hard they pressure. When you're playing a team with as skilled defensemen as Quebec, you have to be on them hard. You have to take their time and space away so they're unable to make plays. And in turn, you're able to turn pucks over and create offense for yourself.
So far in this game, Quebec has had a lot of zone time. Alberta, though, with a power play goal to take a 1-0 lead. Also had a couple of really good scoring opportunities before that were turned aside by Eve Gascon. Now just inside the blue line. Spence will control for Alberta. Pressure, got rid of it just in time. Finds Bettenall. Bettenall throws it ahead to Weiss. Weiss can wheel, walking in. Stripped away there by Calderon. Weiss turns. Good luck, far side. Shot coming off the bar. Almost a 2-0 lead as Ingles goes high off the bar. What a look and what a pass to set her up.
It's a really nice cross-ice pass from Weiss to Ingles. Great shot on net. You know, if you're going to beat a goaltender like Gaston, it's going to be a really good shot. Very accurate. One hits the bar and it's out of play.
That would have been a 3rd goal in this tournament for Ingles. Bettenall's got 3 after her opening period marker here. Osnevich with 4 for Alberta. Serdachny off the draw, knocks it ahead. And now it'll be brought back quickly by Megan Quiron. Broken up at the blue line. Now Wozniewicz will play it all the way down the ice. No icing here as that puck will slide into the corner. 5 minutes to play in period number 1. 1-0, Alberta with the lead. Brought away to the blue line, now moved ahead. Markowski tried to stand Ware up, and it's eventually knocked by Serdachny down in behind her own goal. Reversed here to Markowski. Moves it ahead to Bogdan. Bogdan finds Wozniewicz. Wozniewicz walking in. Tries another wrist shot, and that one into the belly of Gascon. And she will hang on as the two 15-year-olds meet once again. A couple of perimeter shots, though, so far from Wozniewicz.
We're used to Wozniewicz getting in tight to the net, really driving pucks to the far side, creating plays like that. So far this game, we've seen her take a couple long shots, which is a little unlike what she's shown us from the previous games, but I'm sure once she gets into it, gets rid of some of the nerves, she'll get back to her game.
Picard overskates the puck, turns around and retrieves it. Now poked all the way down the ice off the stick of Brooklyn Twos. Not going to get there for icing. Alberta will try to generate a forecheck here. Hustling over on the far side. James, who had a good look earlier in this game, was denied by Gascon. Now flipped out to the neutral zone. Lombok will break it up there, plays it up the near boards. Alberta making a line change. That'll give Calderon a little bit of time to move the puck. Drops it off far side. Calipo will try to move it ahead. And eventually it's knocked inside Alberta territory, but picked up by Craig, trying to move it ahead. Here's Craig, flips it up to Lombok. Lombok will try to get there. Lombok plays it back to the point. It was a change for Alberta, and they could not keep it in. take control of it with Spence, though. And now Lombok knocks it down the ice, heads off for a breather. Gascon comes out, leaves it in behind the goal there for Chalafu. Now it's played down the ice. Ingles needs to hurry. Walking in there, picking that puck off with the shot attempt. It was Emily Lavoie, but a good job by Alberta to get a stick on it and knock it out of play.
Lavoie has been exceptional for Team Quebec so far with 9 points in this tournament. And that's an example of how she creates her offense. She uses her speed, she gets past the other team's defenders, and she tries to take the puck to the net, just like we saw there.
She's been good so far here today. Marianne Picard, who's got 5 points in 5 games, 16 in white, she's been good as well. Cruz shot, that's gonna be blocked and moved ahead. Bettenol's pass just a little too far for Weiss. Brought back in onside, broken up there by Alberta. Got to be careful here. And they are able, with Mortlock, to move it ahead. Bettenol gets it to Weiss. Weiss wants to swing it back over to Mortlock. She will. Gets to center. Mortlock knocks it down into the corner. Calderon hustling back in here for Quebec. Moves it around near side. Turned over. Alberta will control. Joma's shot off of a leg. Bounces into the corner. Adriana Calderon on it for Quebec. Moves it ahead, Piron. Piron gives it away. Stolen there by Bogdan. Bogdan gets it to Serdachny. Serdachny had to put on the brakes to take that puck. Got slowed down a little bit, but now she'll grab it down in behind the net. Serdachny. Oznevich there as well. Eventually it'll be taken away and moved ahead by Prue. Picard there, pressured by Bogdan. And Picard will just have to ring it all the way around the boards as she was all hooked up and tied up there by Bogdan. And be flipped down the ice. Played ahead. Wozniewicz walking in. Shot coming. Blockered away. Gascon, her 3rd save of the game here on Wozniewicz in the first 18 minutes. Wozniewicz is jumping again here.
Yep, she's using her speed to her advantage. She's starting to take the puck closer and closer to the net. She's got a great shot, so I don't blame her for using it.
LaPlante will move it ahead, knocks it out to center ice where it will be controlled by Boyer. Boyer swings around. Tried to play it in, but that actually hit Gendreau, and it'll be blown down on an offside with 96 seconds remaining in the first, and a trio of chances so far for the 15-year-old for Alberta.
We talk a lot about Wozniewicz's speed and how she uses it to her advantage, try to get past the defenders in the neutral zone and take the puck into the offensive zone, and that's how she created all 3 of those shots.
Gendreau will knock it down into the corner, pick it up there, try to dangle out, draws a tripping penalty. Gascon heads to the bench, but stepping in there to touch it, Bree Kennedy. So this Alberta power play will get an opportunity to even up the game late in the first. Tripping call here against Tegan Ingles. As she came across, and a nice move to cut inside there by Gendreau, and Ingles forced to take her down. Quebec's power play so far in the tournament, if you can believe it, they're 5-0, but their power play is just 1 for 24, operating at 4%. They'd like to get a goal here to even things up. We'll work it down low now. Back up top to the point, throwing it across near side. Boyer moves it down into the corner. They'll bring it back up to Boyer again. Look at the traffic in front. Drops it off down low, trying to throw it across, and a good read there as they were looking for Lavoie, but Weiss was able to break it up for Alberta. Lavoie now drops it off. Boyer's shot blocked. Once again, Bettenol getting in front of that. Alberta has blocked a number of shots here in the first as we are now inside a minute remaining, 48.4 seconds to be exact, and we'll get a whistle in the corner.
Good puck movement by Team Quebec to try to create some opportunities for a goal, but we've seen Team Alberta on their penalty kill. They're great at blocking shots, great at having their sticks in lanes. They've done a really good job of executing that in the first 30 seconds of the power play.
Power play continuing here for Quebec. Boyer at the point, thought about a shot, drops it off. Now controlled, back up top. Figuier moves it back to Boyer. Down low, looking to get it on the stick there of Gabrielle Plourde. It's into the corner, and Alberta crashes in there. 3 defenders fighting for this puck. Lavoie is able to come up with it back to the point, though, and it was bobbled by Gay, and Quebec has to retreat, regroup here with 15 seconds remaining in the period. Still working a power play here. Gay along the boards. Down low now into the corner. Picard gets it back up top. Boyer sends it towards the front of the goal, broken up by Lajoie. She'll clear the zone, and Alberta's penalty kill gets the job done here at the end of the opening period, a period which Alberta will wrap up with a 1-0 lead. Blair, your thoughts so far?
Really impressed with the grit and tenacity from both teams. You can tell they both want this game. They're both so hard on the puck. They're playing really physical. I think Alberta can do a better job of calming down the puck in the neutral zone and trying to execute their passes. Team Quebec, I think, for the second period, they need to keep the pressure on, try to get pucks off the wall and get pucks to the net.
Bella McKee has been perfect in net again for Alberta, coming off a shutout in her last start, which was the quarterfinal victory. Alberta has a goal from Cassie Bednall, a 1-0 lead after 20 minutes in the gold medal game at the Canada Games in Red Deer.
The Red Deer 2019 Canada Winter Games are presented by Melcor, building the communities where people live, work, shop, and play since 1923. By Columbia, we love keeping you warm. By Sandtech, architects, engineers, scientists, and project managers who design with community in mind. By the Canadian Olympic Foundation, a proud national partner of the Canada Games. Supporting our athletes today builds the champions of tomorrow. And by Tech, Canada's largest diversified resource company and the exclusive medal supplier for the Canada Games.
Cassie Bednall opening up scoring for Team Alberta as they lead Quebec 1-0 in the women's gold medal final, as we welcome you back inside the TSN studios. Over to more stories coming out of the Canada Games. We'll introduce you to Reed Fitzgerald, who 6 months ago he thought he'd be with his father here and sharing another memorable moment here with him, but unfortunately his father passed away. Still, Reed decided to show up at the Canada Games and fighting and living and playing in his memory. Here's more with Paul Hollingsworth.
17-year-old Reed Fitzgerald has an intense pre-match routine.
I practice like I'm in a match, so I work my heart really hard so it's prepared for what I'm about to do. And then I listen to pretty intense instrumental music to keep my brain moving, because I find it a very strategic and smart game.
He learned this, as he did many things in life, from his father John, a former long-distance running coach in Canada and an Olympic speedwalking coach in Australia. John Fitzgerald, inducted into the Athletics Canada Hall of Fame, always taught his son to prepare and train with the same intensity that he should always bring to the game itself.
That's what my dad really thought. He taught me how to do that.
The 2019 Canada Games was supposed to be a father-son experience. Sadly, John died suddenly in October. Now, as Reed competes for his province, he does so battling a deep sense of loss.
He was very excited for it, so that was a bit of a hard one, knowing that he won't be here.
It's been tough, but this grade 12 student has soldiered on. Academically, he continues to apply himself to his studies, and he will attend university in the fall.
Hopefully kinesiology.
And his commitment to squash never waned. It's actually helped him compartmentalize the grief, especially in the weeks that followed the tragedy.
I played squash about 6 times a week, about 3 hours a day, but just having my family around me really helped me get through it.
He knew, despite the deep sense of loss, he couldn't let up, and he had to remain focused on the challenge awaiting him in Red Deer.
It's a sport that makes me work hard and depend on myself.
The #1 goal for Reed Fitzgerald is to win a medal for Saskatchewan. He wants to do his father proud.
I've thought about it. I pray quite a bit for him. Hopefully he's watching.
As he plays and pushes forward with his life, he does so knowing his dad is at his side.
Now we meet Liam Gamble, and his story as to how he got to the Red Deer, Alberta Games has been very interesting, as it took him 4 days from traveling from Nova Scotia to Alberta. Here he is with more.
So basically I had a spontaneous pneumothorax, which is like just a random collapse of my lungs. So I had like a 33% collapse of my left lung. It just happened randomly, so bad luck. Because I'm tall and skinny, just the build, so it can happen to anybody with that build. So I couldn't fly. I was 9 days out of surgery, and with these, the airlines won't let you on the plane because it can happen again. But basically, it was a long drive from Nova Scotia to here. It took 4 days here, and it's probably going to take 5 days back. Just in the car 12 to 15 hours a day. So it wasn't that great, but you can't really do anything else. So this event's great because in my sport, it's not often televised or there's not a lot of coverage on it in general. So this really brings our sport to light with snowboard cross in general, and just kind of can push like the sport in some like mainstream. Overall, the Canada Games, it's the experience. It's you representing your province in Canada. In terms of how big it is, there are bigger events than this in the season that we would travel to, but this is like the most important and special to us.
And it shows you just how important these Canada Games are to the athletes. When we return, we catch up with Cassie Bettinel between periods.
It's like a mini Olympics. That's why kind of a dream started, being able to represent Team Quebec there. Having all athletes around Canada was super exciting, and obviously for a kid being there, I think it's just awesome. It just keeps growing, and it was a great memory, and I sure remember still today.
First of all, just going to the Yukon when I played, it was in the Yukon, and it was so cold, but getting off and getting to see all the other athletes. I remember our whole team dressing up and putting on face paint to go to the wheelchair basketball, and I think that was one of the first moments I really felt part of a team that was bigger than, you know, just our hockey team, and that's something so special that you don't get to experience a lot. The Olympics was another one, you know, being part of that bigger team. So the Canada Winter Games were really kind of a stepping stone to getting there and having that feeling for the first time.
It was a great experience as a young player, being able to have, you know, go to a multi-sport event, sort of like the Olympic Games, get to know what it's like, and of course to represent your province is a lot of fun as well.
Well, she had 3 goals so far on the tournament, including one that she scored to put Alberta up 1-0. Cassie Bettinel standing by with Dustin Nielsen.
Cassie, a big goal for you in that first period on the power play. Take us through putting that one in the back of the net.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Rachel got the puck and then just threw it on net, and I was happened to be there for the rebound.
You guys have done a very good job in that first period of collapsing in front of your net, blocking shots. Can you just talk about the commitment that this team has bought into here as you've worked your way from maybe struggling a little bit in the round robin, but going on a great run here in the quarterfinals, semifinals, and final?
Yeah, definitely. That was just kind of the whole thing was all in for the tournament, and I think it's really showing off and paying off now. Everyone's sacrificing the body. It's been good.
Final day of the Canada Games. How has the week been for you and Team Alberta?
Unbelievable. It's an amazing experience just being able to see all the different athletes from all the sports. It's obviously once in a lifetime, so it's good to be here.
Cassie, thanks for this and best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you very much.
Alberta hoping to hang on to their lead. Second period action between that team as well as Quebec coming up next.
Welcome back, everyone. Second period action just around the corner here. Gold medal game in Red Deer. It is Alberta with a 1-0 lead, but Quebec a number of chances.
Quebec's had many opportunities to put the puck in the back of the net, but Bella McKee in net for Team Alberta has shut the door so far. And one thing, she doesn't only stop the initial shots, she's great at making sure that she's shutting the door for the second and third opportunities when the puck drops in front.
A look at the only goal of the game thus far from Cassie Bettinel came on the power play. And speaking of power plays, that is where we are going to start for Quebec. They've got 38 seconds remaining in their first power play of the game, looking to answer back with a power play goal of their own. And lots of talk early here about the Quebec netminder, Ev Gascon, but at the other end, Bella McKee has answered the bell for Alberta. Lajoie now can't get it out. Pressured there by Plur. Plur will take it down into the corner. Stood up there by Mortlock. Knocked down by Mortlock. It'll come back to the point. Gay settles it down here. Walks down the wall. Now cuts along the blue line. Gay has some traffic. Shot. Blocked there. Nice job getting in front of that one by Brooklyn Schroeder. Gay now drops it off. Right side. Shot coming there. That's blocked by Markowski. Back up top to Gay again. She'll shoot again. Blocked again. 3 blocks in a row at the end of this penalty kill for Alberta, and they dodge a bullet from Quebec with the man advantage. Now in behind the goal, Markowski. Chance to relieve some pressure. She'll skate it away. Flips it high. Lajoie couldn't get a stick on it. And it's all the way down the ice. No icing here, though. Back on it is Cruz. Stripped away by Lajoie. Bogdan couldn't get there in time. Serdachny will take it over and knock it back down into Quebec territory. Played up the near boards and out to the neutral zone. 2 steps up there and is able to break things up. Now brought in over the blue line, played down into the corner. Tubes on it again here for Alberta. Skates it ahead. Pass up through the middle, looking for Bogdan. That's in behind her, and that will go the distance. No icing, though. On it there. Osnevich had it stripped away by Bacard, who will get it to center and send it in. Serdachny forced her to play that puck. Now they'll move it around on the far boards, waiting for it up at center there. Chipped ahead. Weiss was looking for Serdachny. Broken up, though, by Quebec, and it'll be brought back in. Shot through. McKee steers it wide. And an excellent start here to this second period.
Really fast, really great start from both teams. Team Alberta able to kill the end of that penalty off.
And how did they kill that penalty off? By getting in front of pucks.
This is just great team effort by Alberta. Blocking shots at the end of a penalty kill to start the period. That just goes to show how badly these girls want to win and how badly these girls want that gold medal around their neck at the end of this game.
Blocking shots in front of Bella McKee at the end of the first period. Bella McKee's shutout streak had reached 87 minutes and 19 seconds. So she has been playing her best hockey of the tournament at exactly the right time. Now this puck will be played down the ice, and that one gets past Alexi Gay at the blue line, and that'll go for icing again with 2:08 gone in the second, and Alberta still leading 1-0. McKee has been outstanding as you get a look at her there, watching on as the team in front of her. Committed to keeping the puck away from the net. Shots are just even at 8 apiece, despite Quebec probably having an advantage in zone time so far. Lavoie will move it over on the near side. Labad almost had it stripped away. It'll eventually bounce back here to Boyer. Boyer's going to skate it in, gets the blue line, drops it off left side. Lavoie shot wide, blocker along the ice. Comes all the way around over there on the far side. Gendreau lost it. Weissel poke it ahead, hit the linesman just inside the blue line, and brought back up ice the other way by Maya Labad. Labad by herself, everybody else going for a change, and now it'll come around on the near boards. Weiss will leave it there, almost given away. Now it is given away. Picard will pick it up for Quebec. Tried to send it through. Ingles got in front of that. Picard now swoops wide, stripped him behind the net cleanly there by Markowski. Joma on the boards, the blue line not out, kept in again. Wrist shot coming, hit a couple of skates. Now poked towards the left point. Calderon will keep it in. Shot blocked again. Getting in front of this one was Ingles. Now Ingles will play it on the boards. Calderon was pinched down and waiting for it there. Markowski, can she settle it down and find a way out of the zone? She can. Flips it high all the way down the ice, and Quebec is hungry for a goal, but despite all the pressure here in this period, they still don't actually have a shot on Bella McKee.
Quebec's done a great job of sustaining pressure in the offensive zone, but like you said, they're having a little bit of difficulty getting the puck to the net. But Team Alberta, they've been stuck in their zone for the majority of this period, and they've ended up having to ice the puck about 3 times.
Another defensive zone face-off coming up here for Alberta. Can't win it, comes back to the high slot, and that one eventually blocked, and now Weissel skated ahead for Alberta. Gets to the blue line, wants to head off on a change. Kennedy and Craig and Lombok will come over the boards here for Alberta, and off the stick of Craig, or skate rather, it'll bounce down in behind the net. Angelique Crew on it there for Quebec, moves it ahead, near side. Megan Quiron now gets it on the stick of Thibault. In over the blue line. Quiron following up, and that'll be blown down on an offside with 16:04 remaining here in the second. Alberta will need to start putting on some pressure of their own here offensively. How can they get that done?
One key part of that is to make sure that when they're in their defensive zone, the forwards are doing a good job of back pressuring hard. So anytime the puck transitions for Team Alberta from offense to defense, we've noticed the Alberta forwards are doing a good job of getting back to their zone and retreating to the middle, which is part of the reason why Team Quebec is unable to get those good quality scoring chances from the middle of the ice.
Gendreau down in the corner. Mortlock knocks her off the puck. Alberta will move it ahead, but not very far as Salafo breaks that up. Gendreau will bring it back in by herself here. He'll try a shot that's into the corner. LaPlante watching Gendreau here, looking for a trailer. Finds one shot coming, a weak one. And McKee will hang on as Puelho is driving towards the goal after an errant shot that went wide blocker side. Good look at Noemi Morin. Probably telling her team, just keep doing what you're doing.
Exactly.
Now back to the point. Prue skated down low, centers it out front, nobody home, right through the crease and out the other side. Calderon slides down now as well. Come back around on the far boards. One-handed down there by Lou, and now knocked out to center ice. Flipped high to clear the zone. Quebec will clear and come right back in here on the forecheck. Mortlock has to be careful. Moves it across to Markowski, and Markowski flips it towards the blue line and eventually out. And Schroeder will bring it away here for Alberta. Gets the zone. Nice back pressure there, though, from Picard. And Picard will strip it away. Now Picard, watch closely here, tries to come up the boards with it. Markowski takes over at center ice, flips it ahead to Bogdan. Bogdan out there with Serdachny and Wozniewicz. Serdachny picks it up. Serdachny cutting wide on her backhand. Serdachny throws it across. Bogdan scores! Alberta strikes to take a 2-goal lead in a gold medal game as Serdachny sets up Jaden Bogdan.
Great effort by Team Alberta's forwards to stay hard on that puck, to forecheck hard against Team Quebec's defensemen, forcing a turnover, creating offense. Serdachny to Bogdan. This line has been unbelievable for Team Alberta. And once again, their effort results in a great goal.
What a backhand sauce across to Bogdan, who puts it past Eb Gascon. Bogdan's first of the tournament, and on their first shot of the period, Alberta finds the back of the net and all of a sudden has a 2-0 lead. Maybe looking for more here. Here's Weiss. Weiss is going to walk in. Bednall with her. Weiss takes the shot over the shoulder, high and wide, and all the way back down the ice. Boy, a third goal there from Alberta would have been huge. Now moved ahead, neutral zone. Picked off there. Weiss waiting for it up near the blue line, and we've got, look almost like a tackle in the neutral zone. And it will be a holding penalty here against Alberta. Joma will head to the box, but her team has a 2-0 lead thanks to the finish from Jaden Bogdan. Welcome back to the downtown arena in Red Deer, everyone. A look at Aaliyah Joma in the penalty box, and tough to argue this one. It's probably could play defensive end for a football team with a tackle like that. Now, here's the issue for Quebec, is that on their first power play, they were over one, didn't even have a shot on goal, and now you're down 2-0. It's almost getting to a critical time in this hockey game, isn't it, Blair?
Yeah, it is. And when you're playing like Quebec, you're sustaining pressure in the offensive zone, but you're not getting many shots and good quality scoring chances. So the power play is a chance for your offense to really go to work and really create those chances.
And there's a nice shot, but it's into the glove of McKee off the stick of Alexandra and Boyer. And McKee so calm in between the pipes here in this game. Boyer with a little bit of traffic, not a ton, and McKee able to get a glove on it. Now back to the point. This will be settled down here by Gay. Throws it over on the far side to Lavoie. Lavoie pinned along the boards there by Schroeder. Puck underneath Lavoie, and they'll blow it down for a whistle with just 27 seconds gone here in this power play. See anything on that first Quebec power play? I mean, what are you supposed to do when Alberta just blocks everything?
Quebec does a really good job of moving the puck between their flanks and their quarterback up top. So I think if they can figure out how to get the puck off their sticks a little bit quicker, they might be able to sneak it through a shot lane.
Markowski off the draw will play it down the ice. Lajoie up there on the forecheck here on this penalty kill, trying to force the issue a little bit. Now it'll be moved ahead to Gabriel Plourde. Plourde brings it in, right side. Swoops in behind the net, but Markowski strips it away. What a nice play by Markowski, a member of the U18 team for Canada. Now Thibault will bring it back in here for Quebec. Gets the blue line. Waiting for some help, some back pressure there. Moves it down low, centered out front. Hit a stick, bounced into the near corner. Controlled down low here by Gay. Moves it into the corner, played back to the point, and Gay wasn't there, obviously, because she was down low, and Boyer couldn't keep it in. Now Ware will attempt to gain the zone here for Quebec, making a change. Calderon throws it across to Prue. Prue back to Calderon. Walks right in, wrist shot coming, blocked right in front by James. Back to Calderon again. Another shot sent towards the goal and hammered home from the slot on the power play. Quebec cuts into this lead.
That's a really nice redirect in front of the net. Good movement on the power play. They got to pucks first. They kept pucks in the zone. They found an opening and finally put one in.
Brianna Ware puts it home. As she got a look at it, wasn't even really a deflection. She kind of turned and got a pretty good shot off between the legs of McKee. So when they needed a power play goal the most, their power play came through. Just their second power play goal of the tournament. Let's see what it does for the momentum of this hockey game. Brianna Ware on the power play from Adriana Calderon. Serdachny trying to answer back here for Alberta, who still leads 2-1. Serdachny taken down hard along the boards. No call. Now to be poked ahead. Bilodeau in the neutral zone. Fighting there against Bogdan. Bogdan comes up with it. Here's Bogdan. She's just going to send one towards the net. This is wide, glove side, comes all the way around. Once again, Ware from Calderon at 7:35 on the power play. Quebec power play now 1 for 2 in the hockey game. Long pass ahead. Joma takes that off of a skate. Calderon breaks it up at her own blue line, now skates into the Alberta zone. The defenseman will one-hand it down in behind the net. LaPlante moves it around on the near side. Weiss waiting for it there. Taken away by Picard. Picard will swing high. Picard knocks the puck into the corner, wants to chase in after it. Markowski comes over there. Betnal swoops in, and a good job locating the puck. Trying to move it to Weiss, but Prue slides down, and Quebec, their blue liners constantly keeping this puck in. Here's Prue again with a shot. That's going to be blocked by Markowski. Lost the handle on it. Picked up there by Lahou. Now down low into the corner. Floored there. Tried to center it out front. Quebec now with their eyes focused on an equalizer. The other way, though, for Alberta. This is Joma. Watched closely there by Fedor. And Bianca Fedor was able to break it up. Now, centering attempt. Nice job there by Labad. Now she's going to go for a skate. Moves it ahead to Thibault. Thibault gets the blue line, onside, knocked down, and the puck will be taken away by Ingles. Alberta will try to move it ahead. Kennedy got bumped, and this puck will go all the way down the ice. No icing. Gascon comes out to play it. Leaves it in behind the goal. Given away. Lombok will get there for Alberta. Rolling puck, and that's off of a shin pad. Up and out of play with 10:16 remaining here in the second. We near the midway point of this hockey game. And Quebec getting that power play goal has really given them a little bit more jump.
That was exactly what they needed. They came out really hot here at the start of the second period, sorry. They had the pressure on Team Alberta for the majority of this period, and for them to capitalize on the power play, it's really important for them. Really gives them confidence for the remainder of this period.
Now in behind the goal. Gay pressured, reverses it to Boyer, who finds some room up the right wing boards. And coming back there to pick it up, and now we'll wheel around. Emily Lavoie. Lavoie skates it ahead. In over the blue line, still with the puck. And eventually we'll play it down in behind the goal. Spence hustling over for Alberta. We'll get to it first, moves it ahead. A nice look there to James. James will bring it in for Alberta. On her off wing, tries a shot, and that's calmly into the glove of Eve Gascon. And she will hang on with 9:45 remaining in the period.
Team Alberta really quick on their transition there for that breakout. They've been stuck in their end a lot, not really connecting on their passes, but they're committed to their system. They're committed to using their speed and executing passes when they can. And it pays off for them there as they get some offensive zone time.
This one will be sent all the way down the ice. A rare icing against Quebec as Amélie Poix-Lahou could not get a clean stick on that. I'll bring it back and drop it again to the glove side left here of Eve Gascon. who has stopped 9 of 11. And her bench and coach have to be happy with her play so far here. Now Serdachny off the draw, trying to drive towards the net, stumbled and fell. Wozniewicz will battle along the boards. 3 good scoring opportunities in the first, quiet here in the second. Now here's an opportunity. Bogdan on a nice steal from Serdachny, and Bogdan denied there by Gascon. As she needs to stop everything now with her team down by 1. Markowski, nice move. Pressured again though. Markowski double teamed, will move it around the boards for Bogdan. Bogdan tried to get it to Serdachny, now an opportunity. Wozniewicz walking in, has Serdachny with her. Wozniewicz will keep, tried to go far side, and missed it into the corner. But Wozniewicz dangerous again there. Serdachny excellent on the forecheck as well. Now Quebec. They'll get to the blue line and play it in. LaPlante on it there for Alberta. Takes a look on her backhand here. He's going to be pressured, and the puck will be stolen by Labad. Alberta will get it back to the blue line, but not out. Another crack at it here, maybe, for Alberta, but from her knees, Crew is able to keep it alive. Now another turnover just inside the blue line, and maybe a chance for LaPlante here, and she will clear the zone. Just over 8 minutes remaining. Gold medal game in Alberta with a 2-1 lead on Quebec. Quebec looking to make it a double goal after the men won a gold medal in overtime against Ontario. Now brought in over the blue line. Kennedy all by herself. Shot steered into the corner by Gascon. Kennedy hustling over on the near boards. Back to the point. Spence will keep it in. Knocked to the slot. And Weiss wanted a shot, but it rolled away from her. Gets it back up to the point. Ingles pressured there by Quiron. And it will be taken away, played ahead to the neutral zone, not much further. Quiron gets another crack at it and will play it down in behind the goal. Ingles on it there for Alberta, reverses it around. Now they'll try the far side. That pass out of the reach of Peyton Lombach, and Quebec will control and send it back in. Ingles stops it just inside the blue line, taken away. Maybe an opportunity here for Quebec, looking to tie it. And Ingles got back defensively to break that up, and Alberta will clear the zone. Craig will get the center and play it down into the near corner, and Alberta will head off on a change. Duchesne Chalifot on it there for Quebec, moves it around, get another crack at it, fans on the clearing attempt, and now that puck will be battled for along the boards. Back to the blue line, Markowski able to come up with it. Markowski to the right point, softly down into the corner, broken up there, and now controlled by the goal scorer for Quebec, Brianna Ware. Backhands it around to the blue line, not out. Mortlock keeps it in. Mortlock throws it across. Markowski's shot. Not a strong one, as that one will trickle just in wide. Glove side. Mortlock slides down from the point, keeps it alive again, and now Quebec, feeling a little bit of pressure, will clear the zone. Markowski brings it back in. Markowski with a shot up into the glove of Eve Gascon, and she will hang on for a whistle. It was 2-0 Alberta, but Quebec has cut into the lead, courtesy of Brianna Ware. It's 2-1. Welcome back to Red Deer, everyone. I'll look there at Stephanie Markowski, who's been excellent for Alberta at both ends of the rink.
She's been the backbone of the Alberta defense, and you can see why. She's physical, she's aggressive, she gets her stick on the puck, gets in lanes to block shots. She always gets the puck out of her end, and she's not afraid to join the attack on offense.
Also has an assist in this game, and now has 4 assists so far in the tournament, as Alberta leads 2-1. They actually have an advantage on the shot clock, 14-11, which is crazy to think with the amount of offensive zone time Quebec has had. Now Quebec will come back in on the attack. Dropped off back towards the point. Bogdan trying to get a stick on it there. It'll be broken up. Played in behind Wozniewicz, but Wozniewicz is going to skate onto this. Wozniewicz throws it across. Bogdan towards the net. What a save as Gascon comes across and is able to get a piece of it and hang on, as Bogdan's having excellent game. Another good look here to put her team back up by 2.
Again, we see Team Alberta using their speed, getting pucks behind the defenseman and then racing them to the puck. Bogdan does a great job of driving the net and being available for that pass.
That top line for Alberta has been very dangerous. 5-on-5, unable to capitalize there. They'll need some support from the rest of these girls as well. Betnall will send it in. She has a goal in this game. She's been excellent in the tournament. Now, in behind the goal, this is Weiss. Weiss moves it back up to the point. Spence with some traffic in front, gives it back to Weiss, trying to drive towards the high slot area, but that is broken up and will be brought back the other way here by Plur. Brings it in, tried to find a trailer, big collision down inside the blue line, and Joma will bring it back for Alberta. Joma's shot, no problem there. Gaston will hang on. She stopped 14 of 16 in that Quebec goal. Been outstanding in this tournament, just 15 years old for Quebec. Face-off will come to her left. Controlled, back to Mortlock. Mortlock with a shot, that hit a couple of bodies. Craig trying to get to the rebound, sent towards the net. And some nice pressure here from this line with Kennedy and Craig.
Really nice, clean face-off win here by Team Alberta. And a nice shot on net with some net front presence and traffic in front. Good job by both teams in front. Alberta does a great job of trying to take the goalie's eyes away, but Team Quebec's defensemen are there to push the forwards out of the way.
Quebec trailing here, but it's a situation that they have been comfortable with, coming back in 3 of their 5 games to win. They've won all 5 games, and 3 of them they were trailing. Now in the neutral zone, Kennedy will knock it in. Ran into the linesman there, and it'll be picked up and brought back by Quebec. Nice pass onto the stick of Ware. Ware trying to drag it in, but Mortlock stood her up. And now to be flipped high, out to Lajoie, bounced on her. Down the ice, Lajoie will chase in after it here. Lajoie into the corner, gets some help. And there's a trip, but no call. Wow. Now Gay will bring it back in over the blue line. On her backhand, knocked away. Lajoie grabs it. James wants it. And a stretch pass broken up by a diving Emily Lavoie. Boyer now moves it around, far side. Gendreau gives it away at the blue line. Bogdan almost walked in cleanly. Gets it back again, though. Bogdan centers it. And unable to get a stick on it there was Lindsay Janes. And now Lavoie calmly to center. Will send it in. Took a weird bounce. And McKee had to dive back into her crease to make that save. Wow, you don't see those ones very often. She's smiling.
That was almost in the back of the net. As McKee anticipates the puck being rimmed around, she goes out to play it, but it hits part of the glass and bounces right on net.
Good job to get back. Now a shot through a ton of traffic there. Osnevich will pick it up and play it down the ice. Bogdan will try to chase after this one down into the corner, and that will go the distance for icing. Just had enough to get there, and that'll back Alberta back up into their own zone. As Bogdan is having an excellent game for Team Alberta. Came in with no points in 5 games, but this is our 3rd game for Alberta now, and she's been pretty noticeable.
Yeah, she's been great with Wozniewicz and Sir Daphne. She's been a huge part of their success, and you know, sometimes, although you might not be getting points or producing on the score sheet, you're still playing a super important role for your team. She's done that so far this tournament.
Save your goals for the gold medal game. Why not? Not a bad idea. Now centered out front. McKee's down. They jam away. Puck still loose. And eventually it's knocked to the corner where Bogdan will come up with it. Twos in behind the net. Stripped away. LaPlante trying to get to that puck. Back to the point. Shot coming here through a maze of legs. And eventually comes all the way around on the right side. Now poked ahead. Here's Bogdan all by herself. Her line mates will head off on a change. Bogdan fanned on the shot. And that'll be taken away by Gay, who skates it ahead for Quebec. They'll get the blue line. Lavoie looking for a trailer. Finds one on the near boards. That's Ware. Ware will take it down low. Sends it in behind the net. Gay on it there. Watched by Spence. 3 minutes to play here in the second. Alberta hanging on. 2-1 lead. Ware overskates it. Goes back for it. Is able to poke it loose. Now in behind the goal. Nice hands shown here by Lavoie. Stumbles though, and will have to re-engage in a battle in behind the net. Lavoie, watch closely there. Spence will tie her up. 4 bodies pinned against the boards in behind the net. And finally, we will get a whistle with 2:37 remaining as McKee, I don't know how she sees pucks. Her team's in front trying to block everything, but A lot of traffic.
Yeah, not only is her team in front, but Team Quebec is right there crashing the net, trying to jam home another goal to tie this game up. They've done a great job of trying to get pucks through the net, and you'll see that one was blocked by 2 Team Alberta players, and luckily goes into the corner.
Now Craig flips it ahead. Lombok, will she get to this puck in time? She does. Bad angle, sends one right through the crease. Nobody there will come back around. Markowski's waiting for it at the point. Backhander down into the corner. Taken away there by Calderon. Calderon will skate it ahead. Pass, a good one onto the stick there of Piron. Piron now gets the blue line and drops it to a trailer. Looking for a return feed. It ends up side of the goal for Thibault. McKee didn't see it. And Markowski was able to get a stick on it and send it all the way down the ice. That was dangerously sitting right in the crease, just outside of McKee's 5-hole.
At this point in the second period, I think Team Alberta is just trying to keep pucks out of the crease. So they're playing strong defense in front, clearing bodies and clearing pucks. And I don't think they're too concerned if they get the icing calls or not.
Quebec is looking for an equalizer here before the end of the second. They trail 2-1. Maybe a shot coming here. Blocked again. Another crack at it through a crowd. And that hit a post, I believe, and stayed out. Now played on the near boards. Calderon walking in. Calderon with a shot. That once again blocked by Tegan Ingles. Markowski moves it ahead, and that'll be backhanded through the neutral zone. Stopped right at center there by Gay. Nice heads-up play. Moves it up the far boards. Broken up there. Gay once again gets some help, and they'll move it in over the blue line. Shot coming, blocked again by Ingles. Around to Lombok to the blue line, not out. Lombok might get another crack at this. It's knocked away from her though. Serdachny will take over for Alberta, and Serdachny not messing around. She'll send this one all the way down the ice. And that one, no icing there as Bogdan will get to it here for Alberta. Bogdan battling in the corner. Serdachny comes in to grab it. Wozniewicz was parked in front. Serdachny will swoop around the zone. On her backhand here, set up a goal earlier on her backhand. Final minute of play in the second. Finally, they knock it away from Serdachny, and it'll be brought ahead by Lebois. Stolen away, Wozniewicz. Nice job there. A little bit of a slash to take that puck, but went uncalled. Now back in. Walking in over the blue line. Wozniewicz doing a good job to get back there, break that one up. Serdachny will come in as well. Serdachny pressured here by Gendreau. Gendreau trying to walk out from the corner, and the puck will be knocked back in behind the goal. 30 seconds remaining in the period as Serdachny comes up with it. Gives it away. Oh, it just came out over the blue line. And Wozniewicz will grab it. Calderon broke it up, but Wozniewicz following up in the play has control. Wozniewicz's shot blocked away there by Gascon. And now it'll be knocked to the blue line. Maybe time, one last chance here for Quebec. Picard will walk in, onside. Picard sends one through. McGee steers it to the corner. Calderon slides down, shot from a bad angle. And that one bounces to the far boards, and that will do it to a furious finish here in the second as Quebec comes very close to tying this game. Your thoughts on the middle period?
It's a great period by Team Quebec. I thought their pressure was unbelievable. They created so many scoring chances. They hemmed Alberta in their own end for the majority of that period. Alberta lucky to score there at the start. They're lucky to have the lead here going into the third.
Alberta here fighting for a gold medal in front of a home crowd at the downtown arena in Red Deer, and they have a 2-1 lead, but it looks like they might be hanging on for dear life as Quebec continues to push for an equalizer. They got one in the second. We'll be looking for more here coming up in the third.
The Red Deer 2019 Canada Winter Games are presented by Nova Chemicals, developing and manufacturing chemicals and plastic resins that make everyday life safer, healthier, and easier. By Hotels Red Deer, working as one to create a better destination experience. By IFR Workwear, family is your priority, your workwear is ours. By On the Run, proud sponsor of the Canada Winter Games. On the Run, making the most of every stop. And by Travel Alberta, wander within reach this winter.
Alberta leading Quebec 2-1 after 40 minutes of play as we welcome you to second intermission coverage. Kayla Gray here with you. While a bronze medal was handed out earlier today, let's get you to that action. Ontario taking on BC. Third period, Ontario up 3-2. That's Nina Jobe-Smith from the point, and that gets through a screen finding the back of the net. 5 minutes later, Ann Czarkowski streaking down the wing. Ooh, gets it to go far side. BC now in the lead. Less than 20 seconds later, Shanreet Bassi from the top circle gets the shot to go between the defender's legs. Into the back of the net to take a 2-goal lead. BC taking home its first medal in women's hockey since 1991 with a score of 5-4. Well, Kaylee Spearing and Anna Lesperance of Team Manitoba take us behind the scenes of what a day looks like in their life when it comes to Ringette.
Jenna, what day is it today?
Game day.
The morning of the Canada Winter Games athlete. There you go.
Actually, don't get sick.
And now it's lunchtime. We're gonna go make sure we get lots of fuel in our bodies so that we have lots of food and energy for our 5:30 p.m. game. So everyone, what's our plans for tonight's game?
Win.
Kick butt.
We're not gonna come at like 4.
It's 2.5 hours before our game. They're watching some other sports. Jenna's just watching some TV to calm herself down. Two hours till game time, going on a little team walk to keep our energy going, and we are getting pretty excited. Ando Ferguson, one of our coaches, what's your plan today?
To win.
To win?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. And what about Ashley? Let's do this.
I think that's some good plans.
Roberto, what are your plans for today?
Watch my team win their 3rd in a row.
I like that plan. That idea too.
Like a dream come alive, incredible.
Yeah!
Not a bad way to finish your day. When we return, Quebec's captain Alexis Gay catches up with Dustin Nielsen. Alberta heading into the 3rd period, up 2-1 on Quebec. Speaking of Quebec, captain Alexis Gay caught up with Dustin Nielsen between periods.
Alexi, what was the message on the bench after you guys fell behind 2-0, even though you were playing very well?
I think our coach just told us to keep doing what we were doing, pushing the pace, and now in the 3rd period, it's going to be crucial to put everything on net and just play with a sense of urgency. Yeah, you guys have been putting a lot towards the goal. You have 17 shots through 2 periods. Alberta's been blocking a lot of those shots. So how can you change that up? Do you need to do anything differently? Yeah, I think especially for defensemen like me, we have to maybe work harder to find our shooting lane, maybe move our feet and get pucks in net because it's going to be important in the 3rd. What's the experience been like for you so far here in Red Deer at the Canada Games? It's been an amazing experience, and being undefeated at this point is something special with my team, and I'm super proud of them, and we're just going to keep pushing and give everything we get, and we'll see what happens. Alexi, thanks for this, and good luck in the 3rd. Thank you very much.
And Quebec will have to leave it all on the line in the 3rd period if they want a chance to win gold. 3rd period action coming your way next.
Packed house in the downtown arena in Red Deer as we get set for the 3rd period here of the women's gold medal game between Quebec and Alberta. And is Alberta with a 2-1 lead. A lot of the damage being done here by the combination of Jaden Bogdan and Danielle Serdachny.
Yeah, that's right. The two work so well together, and obviously having Lesnevich on their line as well is an advantage for them. But the way they forecheck, the way they pressure pucks and find each other in the open area is something that's really nice to watch.
That top line for Alberta, who will start here in the third, seems to get a scoring chance every single shift. The rest of the team has kind of been under fire here from a Quebec squad that comes into this game averaging over 4 goals per game. In the tournament, they have won through 40 minutes. They're being outshot 19-17. They trail 2-1, but I think you can make an argument they've been the more dangerous team, at least so far in this game.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And even though Team Alberta is outshooting Team Quebec, I would say Team Quebec has had many more scoring opportunities than Team Alberta.
I would love to know the number of shots blocked by Team Alberta so far, and hopefully they're okay to block a few more here in the third as we are underway. Dustin Nielsen and Blair Turnbull with you in the Red Deer. Third period action here in the gold medal game. Final day of the 2019 Canada Games. Now Markowski moves it across on the far right board. That's going to be broken up. Mortlock will regroup for Alberta and try the other side. This one stopped here at the blue line. Boyer. And eventually it'll come to Markowski, who wants to move it ahead. Markowski will skate it, finds a little bit of room, brings it in over the blue line. Serdachny following up. Serdachny with a shot. And that was bobbled ever so slightly by F. Gaston, but she will hang on. 20th shot she has faced so far in this hockey game.
It's a great play by Markowski to carry that puck up the ice. Good job by Serdachny to jump on the loose puck, because that could have been a turnover and Quebec could have had it down on a rush the other way.
Bednall buried off the draw as she tried to drive towards the goal. And now the puck will come towards the blue line. Power plays have impacted this game. Quebec's only goal coming on a power play. Alberta's opener on a power play as well. Crown tripped up. No call there as Spence was taken down from behind. That's 2 trips in this game that seem questionable, that have not been called. We'll see how the officials handle those whistles the rest of the way in this one. Now a battle as the puck bounces in behind the goal. Ingles is on it there. Ingles moves it ahead, and Weiss will skate it through for Alberta. Here's Weiss walking in. Puck may have got caught in some water on the far side of the ice, and she lost the handle on it. Stick drops in the corner, and a nice heads-up play there by Calderon to skate this puck out of trouble. Drops it off to Picard. Picard barges in, now loses her stick, and glove pass there as Picard down to one knee, knocked it into the corner to Adriana Calderon, and the officials caught that one and pull it down with a $1:37 gone here in the third. If Quebec is going to get back in this game and possibly win it in regulation, what type of pace are they looking for? Because you do mention Alberta skates pretty well.
Yeah, Alberta is a fast team, but I think Quebec has the ability to match their speed. And if not, they have the ability to play a really aggressive game, which is what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to play with a lot of urgency. They're going to have to really, really focus on getting pucks and bodies to the net.
Schroeder sent what seemed almost like a harmless backhand towards the front of the goal, and Alberta putting a couple of bodies right at the edge of the crease here, trying to bat this thing in. James is jamming away at it. And a good job there by Gascon to keep that puck out. Shots now 22-17 in favor of Alberta. This will be brought ahead. Nice stick there from Mortlock to break it up in the neutral zone. It'll be played in. McKee comes out, leaves it in behind the net there for Markowski. Markowski will get some help from Mortlock. Now given away. Shot coming, and good luck from a nice position there for Emily Lavoie, who's got 5 goals in the tournament, but McKee stays strong.
It's a really nice forecheck by Team Quebec. One hard on the puck, second joins the battle, and F3 stays high, finds the open ice, and she's available for a quick shot.
Now Lavoie will move in to take this draw. Falls, but they will keep the puck alive momentarily. Now to the blue line, kept in, and then be knocked into the corner where Spence will skate onto it here for Alberta. Turns around. Almost lost the handle on it. Now she's going to be pressured. Gendreau in the corner, ties her up and takes her down. Serdachny will grab the puck. Serdachny forced back though as well. Excellent job here on the forecheck by Gendreau. Serdachny able to maintain possession though, now moves it ahead. Wozniewicz moves it to the blue line, not much further. Taken away there, and Lavoie will bring it back in for Quebec. Down into the corner there. Quay-Lahu watching on. Wozniewicz will grab it, poke it ahead to Bogdan. And Bogdan at her own blue line skates it away. Bogdan in over the blue line, had her stick lifted there by Boyer, and now they'll move it back ahead the other way. Gabrielle Poor bringing it in for Quebec. Tied up there, Markowski calmly up the boards. Bentonall at the blue line, made a move and knocks it ahead to Weiss. Weiss walking in. Weiss will try a shot. Rebound comes out to the blue line. Kept in there by Mortlock. Another crack at it here for Mortlock on her backhand. She'll steer it down into the corner. 3.5 minutes gone in the third. Alberta still leading Quebec by a score of 2-1. Nice pressure there from Joma trying to break it up. Picard now, and Mortlock will step in front of her. Move the puck in behind the net to Markowski. Markowski reverses it. Mortlock stumbles. Able to get up in time to move it ahead to Weiss. Weiss can't get it out. Good pressure again from Quebec. Shot coming, blocked from Mortlock, who is on her knees. Weiss skates that puck into trouble, and it's taken away. Caron up top, and what a stick by Markowski as she gets it out of harm's way and allows her team to make a change. Caron back in again, tried to send it towards the net. That was broken up. She'll get another crack at it here. Calderon had moved down as well. Puck at the side of the goal, sent towards the net, and McKee has seen enough of this. She'll hang on with 4:10 gone in the third.
Quebec has been absolutely relentless on their pressure and on their forecheck. They're getting pucks deep. They're finally getting them off the wall. Alberta's defensemen have had to come up with some really good sticks and really good blocks here to start the third period.
Face off, knocked to the far boards. And now back to the point. Boyer sends one through. That's deflected, trickles just wide. Twos will battle in the corner. Lajoie waiting for it for Alberta along the boards. Never got to her. Gendreau will battle in the corner. Twos comes up with it, plays it to LaPlante, who moves it across. And now Janes will get it out to the neutral zone. Not much further, though. Same story. Quebec will stop it there and send it back in. McKee comes out, leaves it for LaPlante, who tried to ring it around the boards. It eventually comes to Schroeder, who moves it ahead out to the neutral zone. And Kennedy will battle there for Alberta. Also on it, Maya Labad for Quebec. He's able to get it in. Everybody is on side, and now it's knocked back out to the neutral zone. Crew moves it ahead. Picard will backhand it in. LaPlante racing in after it for Alberta. One hands it around in behind the goal. That'll be played back in behind the net. Labad couldn't come up with it. Hughes is on it there. Craig comes back to help out as well. LaPlante moves it around. Kennedy wants to reverse it. And LaPlante now quickly, but look at the forecheck here from Quebec. Absolutely relentless. No let-up at all whatsoever.
Quebec's been all over Alberta in their own end this period, forcing them to ice the puck, forcing them to create turnovers. We've seen really physical, a lot of grit, a lot of tenacity from Team Quebec so far to start the third.
Nothing too dangerous offensively, though, and they can have all the pressure they want, but at some point they're going to have to put at least one here behind Bella McKee as Alberta will clear the zone. It's sent back in by Quebec. McKee out here will leave it in behind her own goal. LaPlante tripped down, and Alberta will go to a power play as Quebec eventually touches this puck. So after being hemmed in for the majority of the opening 6 minutes here in this period, a power play for Alberta. Big opportunity to get an insurance marker here as heading to the penalty box, Zoe Thibault.
Really good play by McKee to come out and play that puck for her defenseman, which causes Team Quebec to take a tripping call. As you said earlier, they're relentless on their forecheck, relentless with their pressure, sometimes resulting in penalties. But Team Alberta gets the breather they need here heading into the power play.
Alberta has one power play in this game. They had one shot on it, and it was a goal, a rebound in front from Cassie Bettenall. They'll look to duplicate that one here and give themselves a little bit of a cushion. Serdachny will wind it up. The captain for Alberta through the neutral zone. Walking in, Serdachny cutting wide. She'll take it in behind the goal. Looking back to the point, now turns and plays it in behind the net. A battle there along the boards. It'll come back to Serdachny. Serdachny Back up top, Markowski, far side. Mortlock tries a shot, save made. Puck bounces into the corner. Mortlock can't get to it, and it'll be shot down the ice. McKee will come out to play it. 50 seconds gone in this Alberta power play. Serdachny, a little speed wobble, now dumps it off right side. That's broken up. And it'll be brought back in by Lavoie. Lavoie, shorthanded. Stood up there by Bogdan. Lavoie hustles back over. And Lavoie slides in there, takes Ingles down, gets the puck back down the ice. Gendreau by herself, shorthanded here, stripped away by Twos to the blue line. That's stolen. And eventually, Wozniewicz is able to break it up. Now Wozniewicz has to be careful here. Puck knocked away from her. She'll go back to get it. Just 30 seconds remaining in what to this point you could say has been a lackluster power play. Joma gets the blue line, waiting for teammates, cuts to the middle, tried to feather it down to Bogdan. That was broken up. Wozniewicz watches, he'll come back to Ingles. Ingles, far side to Twos. Twos, Wozniewicz with a shot. That's blocked, knocked to the near boards. And controlled once again. Joma pressured here, flips it into the corner. And Gay will pick it up for Quebec, and the captain of Quebec will skate it away. Alberta power play, unable to get anything going. Gay takes it all the way down, centers it out front. Here's an opportunity. McKee comes across, and with traffic on the doorstep, she denies the first attempt, second attempt out of the corner. She gets a glove on that as well as Quebec comes crashing into the crease. But Bella McKee keeping them at bay for now with two big saves. Her team on top, 2-1. Welcome back to Red Deer, everyone. Dustin Nielsen and Blair Turnbull with you. And look at the bench there. What's Carla McLeod saying to her team right now as they try to hang on for a gold medal?
Carla's message right now will just be take a deep breath, calm down, remember what makes you good hockey players. I'm sure they've all been in situations like this before where they've tried to hang on to a lead late in the third period when the other team's pressuring really hard. Their Team Quebec's giving it all they have here, and Team Alberta needs to play really strong defense for the rest of this game if they want to pull out a win.
Back underway, less than 12 to play here in the gold medal game, and Quebec unbeaten in this tournament, trailing here 2-1 against a gritty Alberta squad. Schroeder in behind the net, plays it around. Fell to the ice, she'll get back up in the corner, and that's where the puck's gonna come right to her. So reverse it here for Mortlock. Mortlock with pressure coming, needs to be careful. That was Emily Lavoie pressuring in behind the net as Alberta hemmed in here again. Quebec managing to make a change. Markowski now will get it to Mortlock. Mortlock takes a look high off the glass and out, not a bad idea. That'll clear the zone. A couple of nice moves there by Boyer. Now leaves it for Thibault. Thibault comes in with a shot that hit a leg, bounced into the corner. And now hustling over there, Megan Piron. Piron tried to knock it back down low to Labad, but it'll be played out and down the ice, and that one will go the distance for icing with 10:55 remaining here. On the other side of things for Quebec, we've said it all game. I mean, keep doing what you're doing, and you think this will eventually pay off, right, Blair?
Yeah, that's got to be the message from the coaches to the players on Team Quebec is keep it up, keep working hard, keep doing the little things right, and they should get rewarded.
Have to find a way to beat Bella McKee, who stopped 20 of 21 so far. Now this will be brought ahead. Weiss reaching for the puck. Will move it around in behind the net. Joma coming up there for Alberta as well. Quebec will control. Stolen away by Rachel Weiss. Weiss lost the handle on it, and it trickled just outside the blue line. Ingles now with some time as Quebec will make a change. She's in no hurry. She'll move it over to Spence. Spence, a nice feed. Weiss will pick it up with some speed. Weiss walking in. Wanted a shot. Never got all of it, and it slides into the corner. Joma now, far boards, it's in her feet, and Picard will pick it up for Quebec. Moves it ahead, Plur trying to walk in, a nice little drag, Plur still going, McKee down, rebound, knocked out of there by Craig, and now Joma will get a deflection on it to clear the zone. One of the better opportunities for Quebec to tie this game just happened. Now Gay will bring it back in. Shot. That's wide all the way around near side. Doma's been out here for a long time. She can't get to that puck. Now it's knocked loose. Great opportunity coming. McKee, point blank. Stopping Lucier, and the rebound into the corner eventually finds its way back to the side of the goal as Gabrielle Bourd doing everything she could to try to tie this game.
It's a beautiful play off the rush. A nice little toe drag around the defenseman. A great shot on goal, but Bella McKee once again shuts the door.
Yeah, she was tied up a little bit, but she still got quite a bit on that shot. And McKee had to make the save. Now back to the point. Controlled, they'll throw it across. One-timer coming, that's wide. Bounces up on the back of the goal, and reaching around there is McKee to get a whistle with 9:36 remaining here in the gold medal game. He's been busy, but maybe the busiest moment still to come for Bella McKee. There's a look at Caroline Gosling, who was excellent in the semifinal, a 2-1 overtime win. Wozniewicz with the winner there. Lavoie drops it off back into the corner. Now it's going to come back to Gay. Gay will fire. That's wide blocker all the way back around to the point. Kept in there and sent into the near corner. Markowski off the glass and out. Bogdan trying to skate onto this puck. Can't get there. Has to retreat. They're going to blow it down on an offside as that puck bounced on Bogdan a little bit. If you are Alberta having a couple of different goalies, they can go back for a quarterfinal, semifinal. Even in a tournament, a lot of times a team will buy into one goalie. So what's it like for the team to have two pretty good goaltenders?
It gives you a ton of confidence, and I speak from experience of being on the national team where we have all three goaltenders could play any game. They're all so good, and that's what we see here in Team Alberta. It's pretty special when you have a goalie that can start the semifinal game and get your team the win, and then start a different goalie in the final game and have her stand on her head too.
There's a shot into McKee. I was talking actually to a BC parent about their loss to Alberta, and I said, well, what happened? Because BC had been cruising through this tournament, and they said Alberta netminder Gosling was absolutely brilliant in that game. Stopped 3 breakaways. I believe she stopped a penalty shot as well, and now she continues to watch on here. As her partner between the pipes, Bella McKee looks to secure a goal. Shots are now finally even at 24 apiece as Alberta had blocked a ton of shots, but Quebec just keeps throwing them towards the net. Back to the point, there's another shot. McKee, the rebound there, McKee dives across! Are you kidding me? Stretches out with a huge save and leaves Picard shaking her head.
That is a well-deserved standing ovation from the crowd here in Alberta. It's probably the best save I've seen all tournament.
Phenomenal save. Here's a great look at it as McKee lunges out to keep it a 1-goal game. Crew now from the point. Sure, that's deflected, and I think that bounced up on top of her pad when we eventually got the whistle. So Quebec is just firing everything at Bella McKee. Yeah, kind of hopped up on top there, and Lucier with a late push. You might have to end up pushing McKee into the net here to get a goal. Serdachny and Lavoie on the draw. Supposed to be. Serdachny waved out. Wozniewicz will move in to take it here for Alberta. It'll come back to the point. Gay drops it off. Looking across. McKee comes across with a glove. And this time denying Brianna Ware, who's the only member of Team Quebec who's beaten her so far here. He's in his zone right now.
Another unbelievable save by McKee. Quebec has such great pressure on Team Alberta right now. And Team Alberta, they owe McKee a big goal here.
Puck will slide into the corner. Shots in this period, 11-5 in favor of Quebec. Make it 12-5 as that one into the glove of McKee from the point. And I don't know when the last time was Alberta was able to clear the zone here. Quebec looks like a team that's unbeaten so far in this tournament, don't they?
Yeah, they surely do. They've played with such confidence despite being down a goal. Sometimes it can be intimidating. You might play with a little bit more fear, but Quebec has kept their foot on the gas, and they've been relentless.
Another face-off win. This will slide into the corner. Schroeder goes in there to tie up a member of Team Quebec. It's Lavoie. Leaves it there for Ware. Now down low. He'll play it back towards the point. On it first there. It's Fedor. Another shot coming, and McKee, no problem, watches it all the way into her glove, and it's been all Bella McKee so far here as Quebec tries to figure out. They trail by 1. After a quick break, it's back to the net for Bella McKee, who has been absolutely brilliant here in the third.
We talked about Quebec's goalie a lot before the game and her ability to stop the puck and make great saves. I don't think we gave McKee enough credit heading into this game. She's certainly exceeded our expectations, and she's been unbelievable tonight.
Buckle up, 7:53 remaining in the third period of a gold medal game. It's a 2-1 Alberta lead, but they're hanging on for dear life here against a powerful squad from Quebec. Ware in behind the net, stood up there for hustling in to grab that puck. Jean Dro moves it down into the corner. Ware will come in and grab it again. Weiss along the boards, looking for some help. Kept in. Now an opportunity for LaPlante. If she can get there, she does, and she will clear the zone. Calderon quickly tries to knock it back in. Quebec's gonna make a change. This gives Twos a little bit of time. Moves it ahead. That's off the skate of Weiss, and now hammered back in. Picked up here by Thibault, drops it off to Plourde, who grabs it and will play it back to the point. Through Plourde, fanned on a pass, and Bogdan will grab it here. Bentinol now gonna be pressed from behind. She just wants to get to center and play it in. Can't get it deep though. And now it'll come back around, and Weiss will control for Alberta. Wants to wind it up a little bit. She's gonna go for a skate, bouncing puck. Brings it into the zone, still has it with a shot. Rebound, bounces out, comes back to Spence with a shot through. And that'll be steered to the corner. First time we've heard from Gascon here in that net for Quebec in quite some time. Now into the far corner. Calderon will have a little bit of room for Quebec. Moves it ahead to the blue line, bounces over Serdachny's stick. It'll come to Ingles, who plays it back down in behind the net. Crew on it there for Quebec. Moves it into the corner for Calderon. Around on the near boards, Lucier has to slide back down there. It'll come to the point. Kept in by Mortlock, who flips it high down into the corner. Lombok will get chased for Alberta as they've managed to stay out of their zone here for a little bit. Maybe a scoring chance, so Kennedy can't get to that puck. It'll be brought back by Picard by herself. Sends it in behind the net. Markowski first on it here for Alberta. Tried to reverse it, but Picard was right there. Now Craig along the boards. Has it stripped away by Lucier. And a nice job by Lombok to come over and help out and have that puck bounce out to the neutral zone. Now McKee out of her net. Leaves it in behind the goal there for Markowski as Quebec made a change. Had to clear the zone. It'll be played up. That one's deflected down the ice. Allows Lajoie to chase in after it here for Alberta. Alberta at least now able to get it out of their zone a little bit.
Yeah, that TV timeout did wonders for Team Alberta. It allowed them to regroup, allows them to take a deep breath and kind of refocus and get back to basics.
Boyer moves it into the far corner. That one bounces up high. Nice catch by the kid in a red sweater. Oh, and he takes a bow too. Love it. Here's another look. How about this?
He looks like Bella McKee.
Yes, right. She might take a bow at the end of this thing if they're able to hang on.
She deserves to, no matter what.
5:19 remaining here in the third. Dustin Nielsen and Blair Turnbull with you. Gold medal game, women's hockey, the Canada Games. In the corner, that'll be controlled here by Quebec, now given away. Weiss trying to one-hand it out, kicked ahead. Bentinol walking in. Bentinol trying to get past an offender. Hauled down and no call as that puck trickles in there to Ev Gascon.
Great effort by Bentinol to get that puck deep. And even though it doesn't result in a scoring chance, it creates an offensive zone face-off for Team Alberta.
I don't know how that wasn't called. I know it's a gold medal game and everything, but definitely a penalty. Now it'll be played into the neutral zone. Spence on it there. Takes a look. Moves it ahead. Grabbed again by Quebec. They'll bring it back in over the blue line. Jean Dro trying to work it down into the corner. Wozniewicz trying to hack away at it there. Broken up Maybe a chance here for Ingles to calmly move it up the boards. Gets a bounce, and Bogdan's on it for Alberta. Flips it ahead, wants to chase after it. Gay will tie her up, and they'll head down into the corner. Boyer skates it back the other way. And now in over the blue line. Moved around into the near corner. Caron on it there for Quebec. Back up along the wall, pressured here. Serdachny takes it away, tried to move it to Joma. Serdachny a second crack at it, knocks it out to the blue line as we creep down towards 4 minutes. Alberta still clinging here to a 1-goal lead. To the blue line, kept in there by Prue. Look at all the traffic here. No way a puck's getting through that. Markowski in the corner now, pressured. Serdachny there as well. They'll try to pin this thing along the boards, maybe looking for a whistle. Being told to move it. Eventually it pops outside of the net. McKee is there and stops Gabrielle Plourde, who had a in-tight look at a backhander. That opportunity kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah, battle on the wall creates a loose puck, and Team Quebec's first to jump on it, but McKee plays with such composure that she's in the right position and she's able to make the stop.
Picard's going to be waved out of the face-off circle here for Quebec. Abad will come in to take it. And knocks it to the near boards. Back towards Prue at the point, not past her. An opportunity for Lombard. Can she get there? No, nice hustle from Calderon to slide over there. Adriana Calderon moves it up the boards. Picard will pick it up here for Quebec. That pass unable to be controlled by Labad, and they'll be blown down on an offside with 3:36 remaining. The clock now becoming the worst enemy of Quebec, as opposed to Bella McKee, who it's been for the whole game. Can't change anything, really. I mean, I guess we'll start to watch the goalie in, you know, 1.5, 2 minutes.
The only thing to look for here now, 3.5 minutes. Quebec has another chance to sustain some pressure. I'm sure the goalie will be headed straight to the bench.
Coos gets to this puck, knocks it back out to the neutral zone. Might have some time here. McKee will come in and leave it in behind the net. Moved up the far right wing boards. And now flipped ahead to Lajoie. Just missed that pass. It's going to go all the way down the ice. And that one will go for icing with 3:08 remaining here in the period. Lajoie had a nice head of steam there, but unable to pick up that puck. As we get a look here at Emily Lavoie out there, and Lajoie defensively for Alberta. But you'd have to think that big line for Quebec is on the ice quite a bit, almost the rest of the way here.
Yeah, I would say we can anticipate seeing a lot of them on the ice for the rest of the game.
Gay with a shot, bounces into the corner. Brianna Ware on it there, moves it down low. Gendreau trying to walk out from behind the net, comes back to Ware, will play it to the point. Just kept in there by Boyer. Comes back again to Gay. Gay, far side, shot coming, a redirect. McKee is there, and it's steered into the corner. Less than 3 minutes to go here in the third period of a gold medal game. Quebec battling down low. LaPlante just trying to keep this puck in behind the net. Lavoie looking for it, and eventually it's knocked towards the corner. Ware trying to walk off the wall, knocks it back to the right point. Gay now waits. Ware's going to head off for a change. Gay's not sure what to do with it. Now she'll drop it off. Lavoie back up top to Gay. Shot coming, redirected towards the net. Another crack at it off the side of the goal. A backhand attempt from Boyer, and the net is off. We'll get a whistle as Boyer on the backhand. Not a great spot, but still a pretty good scoring opportunity.
Team Quebec has been controlling the play for the majority of the last 2 periods. They're getting their fair share of scoring chances, and they're coming so close to putting one in the back of the net.
Shots now, 31-26. We'll keep an eye on Eve Gascon. She remains in the net for now. This one broken up by Serdachny. Nice play there by the Alberta captain. And Wozniewicz will knock it back down into Quebec territory. This top line out here for Alberta trying to seal it away. Calderon brings it in. Gets to the blue line, still going. Calderon denied by McKee. A rebound attempt, and McKee gobbles that up as well. And we'll get a whistle with 1:44 on the clock in the third. McKee on one knee, taking a breather here. And it looks as though we'll have a timeout being called here by Quebec. Would you leave the goalie on the bench here? You're going to have an offensive zone face-off.
Yeah, I would pull the goalie, put 6 players on the ice, try to get possession right off the draw and set up a nice play.
Nice job from McKee there as that puck came off the side of the net. She's all smiles. She stopped 31 of 32. And the play, I mean, even when she's not getting those shots and the play is in your end as a goalie, you need to be set, you need to be ready. It's got to probably be a pretty tiring experience on you.
Yeah, I would say, especially when you're getting peppered the way she is. But she's done a great job of being in the right position, and she's, I think, done a really good job.
Done an excellent job here so far. Right now, the go-ahead marker. Let's take one more look at this. This would be your gold medal winner if they can hang on. Serdachny setting up Jaden Bogdan. That was early in the second. Quebec has cut into that lead since then. Net is empty. Eve Gascon on the bench. She'll watch from there. Face-off will come to the blocker side right here of Bella McKee. And off the draw, back to the point. Gay with a shot. McKee calmly steers that into the corner. Mortlock on it for Alberta. Can't get it out. Bettenall, I like her out here late. She's going to battle along the boards. Tried to knock it back up towards the blue line. That's controlled by Gay. Throws it across. Shot high. Bounces off a couple of bodies. Picard centers it. Comes back around to Calderon. A backhander, no. Now Bentonall knocks it loose to Weiss with the net empty. Tries to throw it ahead, but that's going to be broken up by Gay. Plays it up to the right wing boards. Alberta's got to hustle back. Lavoie will bring it in. Lavoie looking for a trailer. Turns around. Mortlock stumbles. Opens things up a little bit. Now Gay works it down low in behind the net. Tied up there by Mortlock. They'll battle down low. Puck comes back to the point. Calderon will try a shot. Blocked there by Weiss. And now Weiss is going to have another opportunity. With less than a minute left, she takes a look at the empty net and misses it for an icing. She could have taken that puck over center before sending it in, but decided to take a crack at the empty net. Tough spot.
I think at the end of a long shift, she might have just been thinking, get the puck deep, and not really realizing how close to the red line she actually was. But yeah, if she takes 2 more strides and gets that red line, whether she misses the net or not, the puck's in Quebec's zone.
She was right there. Could have just skated up, but Alberta will now call a timeout with 51.8 seconds left. As you see the captain there, Danielle Serdachny, watching on here as Carla McLeod draws something up defensively, and they will likely have to continue to sacrifice their body here the rest of the way, and they've done a great job of it so far tonight, Blair.
Yeah, Alberta's done an outstanding job of blocking shots and getting their sticks in lanes, taking away chances from Team Quebec, not only on the penalty kill, but 5-on-5 as well. And they're going to need to do a lot of that here in the last 50 seconds of this game.
Big guns out there for both clubs. It'll be Serdachny, the captain for Alberta. Crowd here coming to their feet in the gold medal final for the women. Lavoie, as it's knocked all the way down the ice, right off the draw. And that one will be blown down on an icing with 47.1 seconds left. Well, you do that 20 more times and you win a goal. Serdachny will move in to take the draw again. Against Lavoie, watch her here in the final few seconds of this game. 5 goals in the tournament. They'll bring it across to Gay with a one-timer. Blocked there. Markowski, of course she got in front of it. Weiss now towards the blue line. Can't get it out. 35 seconds left. Foot tie. Nice play by Bettenall. And that'll force Quebec to have to regroup. They've got 30 seconds. Alberta trying to hang on. And Boyer fell at the blue line, but Lavoie comes back to grab that puck. 20 seconds now left for Alberta. Can they keep it out? Ooh. And there's going to be a penalty here, and that is undisciplined as they come, as Lavoie punched Serdachny right in the face. And Lavoie's going to go to the penalty box here. That's your most dangerous offensive player.
At this point in the game, as important as this one is, you cannot be taking penalties like that.
Still had about 20 seconds at the time, trying to bring the puck in, and now they're going to obviously have to bring Gascon back into the net, and that penalty's pretty much going to seal this thing away for Alberta, barring a shorthanded marker, but they've got to win the faceoff, get down the ice in 17 seconds. Serdachny will move in to take the draw for Alberta. Quebec won the gold medal in 2015 with a 2-1 score. Now they got to tie this game at 2 as it's down there. Serdachny will go try to tie it up in the corner. 8 seconds left. They'll battle in behind the net. Serdachny's down. She's going to cover this puck. And she will get a whistle with 2.2 seconds left here. Time for one more offensive zone face-off for Quebec.
We can expect Team Quebec to try to shoot the puck right off the drop of the puck, or drop here. So Team Alberta, as a centerman, you just want to jump on the puck and cover it isolated in the dot.
Well, they've got too many on the ice right now. There's 6. They've got their goalie pulled, but they also are shorthanded. There's too many players for Quebec on the ice. Nobody notices it. Here's a backhand attempt fired wide, and it'll be a goal at home for Team Alberta as they pull off an upset of Quebec in the gold medal final on the strength of an excellent performance between the pipes by Bella McKee. What a celebration for an Albertan team that only had 1 win in the round robin, and it actually came in a shootout. That's the only win they had to get themselves into the quarterfinals. Then they went on a run with excellent goaltending. Blair, how excited are these girls right now?
They're on cloud 9 right now. This is probably the biggest game that a lot of them have played in, aside from the girls, of course, who played at the U18 World Championships recently. But for them, this is something that they're going to remember for the rest of their lives. To play in the Canada Games alone is an honor. To play in the Canada Games on home soil is an honor. To win the Canada Games, I can only imagine how special that feels for them.
And to win it in the way they did, with an excellent goaltending performance from Bella McKee, and you see her there, #1 on Team Alberta, and she was definitely #1 here tonight. A brilliant goaltending performance, and she celebrates a gold for Alberta in women's hockey at the Canada Games.
The Red Deer 2019 Canada Winter Games are presented by Nova Chemicals. Everyone agrees plastics do not agree with our oceans, rivers, or anywhere in the environment. Please be responsible while enjoying the games. By Finning Canada, proud partner of the Canada Winter Games and our athletes. By Driving Force, vehicle rentals, sales, and leasing, proud to be the fleet provider for Canada's Winter Games. By ATCO, proud sponsor and official energy provider of the 2019 Canada Winter Games. And by the Government of Canada, proud supporter of the 2019 Canada Winter Games.
Backed by outstanding goaltending by Bella McKee, Team Alberta, the hosts, winning gold in the women's hockey final. We'll get plenty of post-game reaction in just a few moments' time, but let's get you to some curling highlights as some medals will also handed out. Starting off with a bronze medal game, men's side, Manitoba taking on Newfoundland. Second end, Manitoba sitting 5, Newfoundland with the hammer, trying for a draw, but for 1. But the shot comes up well light. A steal of 5 for Manitoba, that means. So Manitoba takes the bronze, 8-7, the final. To the women's side, New Brunswick taking on Nova Scotia. This thing would need extras. New Brunswick just needs a draw to the button to win bronze. But the shot, oh, too heavy. It's a steal of 1 as Nova Scotia takes home the bronze, 8-7, your final. Women's curling gold medal game, Ontario, Manitoba. 7th and Manitoba trailing by 6. They draw to the top 4 to score 1. But shake hands with Ontario as Ontario takes the silver. So 8-3 the final in that one. On the men's side, BC, Ontario, 7th end tied up at 2. BC with a chance to blow it wide open, and they take advantage here, scoring 5. That seals the game. And the silver medal going to BC as 7-2 is your final. Tonight, 8 p.m., we've got coverage of the Tim Hortons Brier as it keeps on rolling live for Brandon, Manitoba. Round robin action continues with Draw 2. Alberta winning gold at the Canada Winter Games Women's Hockey Final. We'll have plenty of reaction coming from you next.
The Red Deer 2019 Canada Winter Games are presented by Nova Chemicals. Plastic is a valuable resource, not to be discarded. Put it to better use. Kindly recycle while enjoying the games. By MNP, proud supporter of the 2019 Canada Winter Games. By Navigator, when you can't afford to lose. By the City of Red Deer, it's in the spirit of sport. It's here. It's Red Deer. By The Look Company, building sport and event environments that are always engaging. The proud branding partner of the 2019 Canada Games.
The hosts, Alberta, picking up their third ever gold medal at the Canada Winter Games with the game-winning goal. Jaden Bogdan joining Paul Hollingsworth.
Congratulations on the win, the gold medal winning goal. Play goes hard to the net. You're there for the tap in. Take us through that moment.
I initially was just trying to get net front. We've been taught from the start that net front's going to win us a gold medal, and overall that did it for us. And we had a similar play yesterday's game with another line's mate of mine, and it was the same kind of play. It tapped it in, and it won us. So it was a good play.
You're a gold medal champion for Team Alberta on home ice, on home soil, with the home crowd in front of you here. This moment, this championship means what to you and your teammates?
Yeah, it's for sure. It's an amazing experience, once in a lifetime. Like, we're not going to get this kind of crowd ever again, and to win it here, it's unbelievable. Never going to happen again, right?
Thanks, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
A once-in-a-lifetime moment. Well, the Canada Winter Games concludes tonight with the closing ceremonies. Catch it at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on TSN 2. Alberta taking home gold in the women's hockey final. Make sure to check back in as we wrap up day 14, the final day at the Canada Games tonight with the closing ceremony live from the Centrium.